my name is Emma Gasinski. I'm a yoga instructor here at Campus Rec. I am a 200-hour certification through a studio called Prairie Yoga. And today we are going to be going over different sun salutations, or they're also called Surya Namaskaras in Sanskrit. So to begin, just start in a comfortable seated position on your mat. You can have your legs cross-legged, one right on top of each other, or one leg on top of your knee. So whichever position is most comfortable for you. And go ahead and sit here, feeling your sitting bones on the ground. Your spine is nice and long. You can inhale and bring your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale and bring your shoulders onto your back. Inhale your shoulders up, and exhale your shoulders back. And from here, go ahead and take your right arm and place it on the outside of your right hip. And inhale your left arm up over your head to get a nice side stretch over on the left side of your body. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, coming all the way back up towards seated. Place your left hand on the outside of your left hip. And on your next inhale, bringing your right arm all the way up overhead. Beginning to do a side stretch on the right side of your body. Inhaling, feeling the expansion on that right side from your hip all the way up towards your fingertips. And exhaling, feeling grounded. Inhale your right arm up, back up towards center. From here, we're going to twist. So inhaling your arms up towards the sky. You're going to exhale and place your right hand behind your sacrum and your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Inhale and lengthen your spine, and then exhale and begin to twist towards the right. We're just doing 5 different movements of the spine here. Beginning to warm yourself up. Inhale, feeling yourself get longer, and exhale, twisting from the belly button. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, and undo the twist, coming back forward. Inhaling your arms up towards the sky, and exhale, twist to the other side, placing your left hand behind your sacrum, your right hand on the outside of your right knee. Inhale, lengthening, opening your chest, and exhale, twisting towards the left. Remembering your breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, you come out of the twist. Now, whichever way your legs are seated, just place your right leg in either on top of your left or just right in front of your left. And we're going to begin to do a forward fold. So you're going to inhale your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, slowly fold forward. And you'll feel a stretch on the outside of your right hip. And just breathe here, noticing how that feels for you. Maybe on your inhale, you're lengthening your spine, and on your exhale, folding a little bit deeper. Take a total of 4 breaths here. And on your inhale, come all the way back up towards seated, walking gently. Then go ahead and switch to the cross of your legs so you can get that stretch on the outside of your left hip. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, begin to fold forward. Extending your spine, forward folding. Dropping your head and not worrying if you're here or if you're here. Just going to wherever you are today. Breathing. And after your 4th breath, inhale and come back up towards seated. Good. So now our spine is all moved in all these different directions. So we're going to begin our first sun salutation. So go ahead and roll onto your hands and knees. So you want your wrists right underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And at first, just come into a cow pose. So you're going to inhale and lengthen your hips up and your collarbones back. And exhale, you're going to come into a child's pose. So slowly bring your belly down toward your spine, your hips toward your heels, and extend your back. Do this 2 more times, feeling your palms pressing into the mat, your chest is lifting. And exhaling back into that child's pose. Just warming up the flow of your spine. Beginning to connect the breath to the movement. Using your full breath to get you there. Inhale and come into a tabletop. And on your exhale, we're going to curl our toes under, lift your hips up towards the sky, and come into a downward facing dog. You don't need to worry if your heels touch the mat or not, but you want your hips lifted and your legs nice and long. Look up toward your hands, and you can either step or jump your feet toward your hands. Inhale into a flat back. And exhale, folding forward. You could bend your knees here if you need your hamstrings to warm up a little bit. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. And exhale your hands through heart center. So for Surya Namaskara A, you're going to inhale, bring your arms up towards the sky. This is called Urdhva Hastasana. Your feet are grounded, arms are lifting. Exhale, you're going to bring your hands out toward your sides and swan dive forward. So you want to keep a nice flat back here. Folding forward again, bending your knees if you need to, and placing your hands either on the floor if you have a block, placing your hands on a block. Inhale into that flat back, extending your spine and your chest forward. Then exhale, place your hands onto the mat and step or jump back into a plank. Inhale here. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping your elbows next to your wrists. And you could come all the way down. And inhale into Cobra. For Cobra, our legs are on the ground, tops of our feet are planted. Our hands are planted, but our shoulders are doing most of the work. Our back is doing the work. Inhale here, and then exhale, curl your toes under, and press up into a downward facing dog. And take about 2 to 3 breaths here. And on your last inhale, lift up to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. And now you can either step or jump up toward your hands. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, fold forward. This is called Uttanasana. Inhale back up into Urdhva Hastasana. Arms are lifting. And exhale. Bring your hands through heart center. So that's Sun Salutation A. And you can repeat that about 4 to 5 times in the morning as soon as you wake up, making sure that you're following your breath and you're linking your movements, not rushing through anything. And from here we'll do Surya Namaskara B. So Surya Namaskara B is just a couple more poses from Sun Salutation A. And it's a great thing to get you really warm. If you're warming up for something like a cardio exercise, you can do this, or a nice fast flow. So you're going to inhale, and this time you're going to sink back into what's called Utkatasana, or chair pose. So you want to make sure your knees are not over your toes and your hips are sinking back. Your arms are reaching up and your abs are engaged. So when you inhale here, and then you exhale, straighten your legs and come back into Uttanasana. Inhale to a flat back, extending your spine. And on your exhale, you can place your hands on the mat and step back into plank, or you can jump back into Chaturanga. Inhale, this is upward facing dog. So your legs are up off the mat, your shoulders are still back, and your hands are pressing evenly. Exhale, back into a downward facing dog. Hips are lifting. Now look up toward your hands, and you're going to step your right foot up between your hands, planted in between your hands. And then your left heel is going to come onto the mat. Inhale your arms up, and exhale, sink into your right knee. This is called Virabhadrasana 1, or Warrior 1. Inhale here, and then exhale, place your hands on either side of your right foot. Step back into a plank pose. Take an inhale and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into Cobra, or upward facing dog. And exhale back into a downward facing dog. Look up toward your hands, and now we're going to step our left foot forward. in between our hands. Our right heel comes onto the mat. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, bending your left knee. Our hips are facing forward, but not worrying if this right hip is back a little bit. Inhale here, then exhale, place your hands on either side of your left foot. Step back into a plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale back into a downward facing dog. Now you can take about 4 to 5 breaths here, catching your breath, being mindful of where you are, and then looking up towards your hands. Inhale up onto your toes, exhale, bending your knees, and jumping forward. Inhaling to a flat back, and exhale, folding down. Now you're going to inhale, drop your hips, bend your knees, and come back into Utkatasana. Come all the way up towards standing, and exhale, your hands to the heart center. So that's Surya Namaskara B. That one is a little more, like I said, energizing. You might get your breath, might get a little bit faster. And then there's just one more that I want to show you. And this one has a little less poses than the previous two, but it's a great one. It's Surya Namaskara L. So it has a lot to do with lunges. So if you want to stretch out your hip flexors, it's a great one to do. So you inhale your arms up towards the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale down into Uttanasana. On your inhale, you're stepping your right foot back, dropping your right knee in the top of your foot, and inhaling your arms up towards the sky into a low lunge. Taking a full breath here. And on your next exhale, dropping your hands on either side of your left foot, curling your right toe, and stepping back into a downward facing dog. Now, whichever leg went back first goes up first. So looking up towards your hands, on your inhale, now you step your right foot forward. Drop your left knee. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. And breathe here. Feeling the bend in your right knee and your left hip flexor. Inhale. And on your exhale, place your hands on either side of your right foot and you're stepping your left foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Then interconnect your hands behind you and exhale, fold forward. Letting your hands come up, your shoulders open. Take an inhale. Exhale, release your hands towards your sitting bones and drop your hands towards the mat. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And exhale your hands to the heart center. So from here, you can go ahead and start your day, or you can begin a practice of your choice. But those are just 3 different sun salutations that you can perform at your own home, doing as many as you'd like, and really listening to your breath and being mindful. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.